So now that you're comfortable with navigation, let's talk about getting assets into the scene. So right over here, you see a bunch of different icons. We have an icon for nature, people and animals, transport. Think of these as cars, vehicles, objects. This can be interior decor, furniture, utilities, effects. Think of like particle effects like smoke and fire and all that. These are categories that let you either filter the scene. So what I mean by that is, watch this. I click nature. Notice how there's only a gray dot under nature. That's the filter system. And this is the placement system. So with nature selected and I hit place, it's going to let me place nature, right? If I switch this to people, it's going to let me place people, right? So it's kind of hand in hand, right? We've got a filter system, but it's also filtering the assets. And one of the great things about Lumion, if you're unfamiliar with it, one of the reasons people gravitate towards Lumion is the fantastic asset library, right? So I've got 6 pages of beautiful trees, and each of them have subvariants of the tree. And this is just, under broadleaf, right? You will have all these different tree types that you can choose from. And that's, true for people as well. So look at this. All these different people, different poses, also different styles. We've got silhouettes here. So huge perk of using Lumion. So if you need something specific, make sure you're in the right category. Otherwise, it's not going to appear, right? So how do we actually get something from here into here, right? Into our actual viewport. So if I click an object, I'm going to click this guy, and I drag out, notice wherever my cursor goes, he follows. Even if I put it on the building, it's tracking the height of my cursor from the ground. So this is a great way to easily place people. So I'm just going to place him right over here. Okay. I single click to place him. I'm basically in multiple mode. And every time I click, it's going to give me a rotated version of him, right? So that's how you place objects in a scene. And this is just one of the ways that you can place objects. And we'll be talking about that later in the course. But we've got a bunch of different options for placing people. So I suggest now you spend some time just going through each of the categories just so you can see what's available. And then we'll talk about how you modify these objects in the next video.